If you are looking for the perfect wine to bring to your next backyard barbecue, but you're not sure where to begin, you have come to the right place. That was me years ago. My name's Tiffany, and I help busy millennials create healthy meals in minutes without stress and overwhelm, in addition to complimentary beverage pairings with quick, easy recipes. In this video, we are going to cover the best red wines to go with your grilled meats and smoked meats. And then we'll discuss some refreshing white wines to pair with your grilled seafood and fresh veggies. And lastly, we will talk about wine and dessert pairings to keep that backyard barbecue as a well-rounded experience. And that's not all. I also have a super simple strategy to help you create the perfect pairing experience at your next gathering, so be sure to stick around until the end. Let's get started. The best red wines when it comes to grilled meats and smoked meats are going to be ones that match that level of smokiness and really enhance the flavors of the charcoal and grilled flavors. So some common ones that we typically see with our backyard barbecues are going to be some ribs, brisket, or pork, whether they are grilled or smoked. These are going to pair best with a Syrah. The Syrah is typically oak aged, and those flavors are going to enhance the smokiness of the meat, making a perfect complementary pairing for your get-together. Typically, we'll have a little bit of spice from the Syrah as well. An oaked Cabernet Sauvignon is another great option that is going to enhance those flavors of your ribs, brisket, and pork loin. Another common theme that you see in your backyard barbecue are chicken legs, chicken wings, and pork chops. Typically, these are going to be covered in a barbecue sauce of some sort. So one important thing to remember is that sweet likes heat. So if you are having a sweeter wine, that's going to go best with a spicy sauce. Whereas if you have a sweeter barbecue sauce, then you want a wine that's going to match that without overpowering. So with your saucy pork chops and chicken wings, your best option would be a Zinfandel to go either way. If you have a very spicy sauce, you're going to want a Malbec, since that is very fruit forward and on the sweeter end, to complement the spicy flavors in the sauce. And for a semi-sweet or smoky barbecue sauce on those wings, a Pinot Noir would be a great option. And the Pinot Noir can also go with a broad spectrum, whether you have a sweet sauce, a spicy sauce, or one in the middle. And one of my personal favorites off the grill are burgers and brats. These burgers are going to pair best with a Cabernet Sauvignon. That is your classic red wine with red meat combination that you can never go wrong with. And if you are going the brat route, maybe you have some flavors. One of my personal favorites that I discovered at my local butcher was a Reuben brat. They also have pizza brats. The combinations that they come up with are truly amazing. And so with these more fun varieties of flavors of your burgers and brats, a Sangiovese is going to be a great option to complement those flavors as well as bring out the smokiness from the grill. Now, before we jump into some refreshing white wines to pair with your grilled seafood and veggies, I want to hear from you. What is your go-to dish to bring to a backyard barbecue? Drop it in the comments below. I look forward to reading those and offering my personal recommendations for a beverage that can pair perfectly with that dish. So one of our common grilled seafood options are going to be lemon herb shrimp or a white fish. Shrimp skewers are delicious, fresh off the grill, with or without veggies. And when you have these flavors of lemon, garlic, and herbs, you want a very crisp white wine, such as a Riesling or a Sauvignon Blanc, to pair with that. Those wines already have citrus notes, which are going to complement the lemon flavors, on your seafood, and they're also going to blend well with those garlic and herb flavors. Another personal favorite that we often enjoy as a family at our backyard barbecues is smoked salmon. Now, you might think salmon is a reddish color, so it should go with a red wine, but that is not the case. Smoked salmon is going to pair perfectly with a chilled Chardonnay. Now, Chardonnay comes in many varieties. There's a traditional Chardonnay, which is unoaked. You also have your oaked varieties, and sometimes you have those buttery notes as well, depending on where your Chardonnay is coming from. Now, whether it is oaked or unoaked, it's going to pair perfectly with that smoked salmon and bring out the smoky flavors. I recommend finding an oaked version because that is going to have some flavors in the wine itself that will complement even more, such as vanilla and a little bit of smokiness and sometimes a hint of spice. It is the perfect combination for that smoked salmon. And when you have your veggies, whether they are raw or grilled, they are going to pair best with a Pinot Grigio. And this Pinot Grigio is another great option to pair with salads, whether they are pasta or lettuce variety. It is very clean and crisp to pair with those side dishes. Pinot Grigio is also going to go well with pretty much any seafood out there, so it's a great option for any white wine drinkers at your gathering. Now, before we jump into everyone's favorite wine and dessert pairings, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next one. So when it comes to desserts, fudge brownies and chocolate chip cookies are the most popular to be serving at your backyard barbecue and grill out experience. With these chocolate flavors, you want a semi-sweet red wine to pair with those. That's going to accent the sweetness without overpowering and creates a very nice balance with those desserts. So your best options to go with those fudge brownies and chocolate chip cookies are a Cabernet Sauvignon and a Pinot Noir. Now, a Cabernet Sauvignon is a very well-rounded red wine. It's also the most popular across the country. So this is going to be a great option for your barbecue in general. Pinot Noir is going to be on the sweeter side, also fruit forward. So this is a great starter option for those in your social circle that haven't quite come around to the red wine world, but are open to trying it. The Pinot Noir is going to be a great option for them to start with. Grilled fruit is one of my personal favorites. It doubles as a side dish and a dessert. You can grill peaches, pineapple, mango, papaya, pretty much anything out there. Berries are a great option to add to a dessert kebab right on the grill. And with these fruits, you want another fruity wine to go with them. Pinot Noir or a rosé are going to be great options. And if you're looking for something even more fun, grab some vanilla ice cream, put it in your wine glass, fill it with a rosé, and you have got a delicious rosé float. It's refreshing and it tastes delicious. And if you are looking for even more adventurous, swap out the vanilla for whatever your favorite ice cream variety is. I love to do this with cookies and cream and mousse tracks, which is a combination of vanilla ice cream with some peanut butter, chocolate, and caramel. This is a very fun way for adults to get in touch with their inner child, and you can have root beer floats for the kids to enjoy as well. So now I've got this super simple strategy to help you create the perfect pairing experience for your next gathering. We've got 3 important things to remember. Typically, red wines pair best with red meats, and typically white wines pair best with white meats. However, you need to keep an eye out on the full picture with side dishes, sauces, and spices. Anything that is lemon, garlic, herb is going to go best with a white wine, regardless of the protein source. And anything that is a tomato-based or very hearty is going to pair best with a red wine, regardless of protein source. And last, remember that sweet likes heat. So any of your spicy dishes are going to pair best with a sweeter wine. Now, if you are ready to get these tips and more, definitely grab my free copy of my basic wine and food pairing guide in the description below so you can create the perfect pairing experience at your next gathering.